Hello, you're watching DancePlug. I'm here with Powerhouse producer Nigel Lythgoe.
Powerhouse, wow, DancePlug,
Yes.
Powerhouse.
I told you, you're ruling the dance world. Yes. So tonight, top 6 dwindled down to top 4. What are your thoughts?
Very interesting. I mean, we've now got 4 dancers who are totally different from each other, which I find remarkable. We've got Eliana, who's a really well-trained and great performer. We've got Keon, well-trained, was never a great performer, but has suddenly found a way to bring his heart out there. We've got Tiffany, who is the girl next door. She doesn't threaten anybody. You know, people will love her for that. And we've got this kid called Cyrus, who is not a great dancer, who has persevered through so much. He's lost all of his friends. When they dropped by the wayside, he carried on. And here he is going into the final of So You Think You Can Dance. And obviously America loves him. Tiffany and Cyrus have never been in front of us judges to be able to judge them. They've never been there. America has always voted them through. So if that continues, they could be your next 2 winners. Who knows?
Yes, exactly. So when you created So You Think You Can Dance, what did you want for the contestants on this show as far as their professional career after?
Well, there's 2 things here. It's not just their professional career. It's, number one, bringing dance back into America's consciousness, which I think we've achieved. It's giving people the opportunity of, people said to me right at the beginning, well, this is obviously a program where you need to have been rich and done dance classes and this and that. And I said right at the beginning, no, it isn't. It's about talent, and it's about America recognizing that talent. And I think that's what we've seen here, especially with Cyrus. There's a kid who wasn't rich enough to go to dance classes, who studied hard, worked hard, and here he is. So,
I love that response. All right, so I have a quick question for you. I know that you came from a dance background as well, right?
Yeah.
Can you give us a little insight on that? Because, like I said at the beginning, you are a powerhouse producer, and that's how you've become a household name. But you're a dancer, a trained dancer.
I started dancing when I was 11. I come from a pretty poor background. My father was a longshoreman in Liverpool. And we had cobblestones, if you know what they are, in the backyard. And I used to go out there in tap shoes and spark, which meant, the metal of the shoes used to spark against the cobblestones, make a noise, and throw up sparks when it was dark. So it was a tough training ground. In those days. Not as tough as it is nowadays, I have to say. The kids that do it now, I just take my hat off to them. But that's how I started. Became a choreographer very early on in my career. I was 21 when I became a choreographer. I basically became a choreographer because I was so nervous I'd forget the dance routines that choreographers would. Really? I still am nervous. So it sounds silly coming in front of cameras, but I really am nervous. And I would forget the routines. So it was much easier for me to tell other people what to do rather than try and learn it for myself.
So you're such a wonderful businessman. I'm sure you're super busy. What do you do in your free time? What does Nigel like to do on his off day?
I like to play golf.
Really?
Just there's no time. I'm terrible. Because I never get to play it.
Right.
You need 4 or 5 hours to play golf. I just don't have the time. But when I get there, I love it. And I don't care about being lousy. The great thing about golf is you have one stroke that's fantastic out of the 112 strokes that I normally have. One stroke gets you back again, and you just go, this is fantastic, isn't it?